In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Neca Toys, Casey Jones and Raphael in Disguise Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-pack. This is a Walmart exclusive in the United States. Retail price is $49.99. Just recently been rolling out to the Walmart stores. They had a pre-order online fiasco in which it sold out in a matter of like 30 seconds. So a lot of people missed out on the ability to pre-order and get this. However, these are slowly rolling out into Walmart stores in the United States. I personally went to Walmart probably every day this week looking for this 2-pack, and lo and behold, and I finally found it on the 4th of July, a lone one sitting there on the shelf. So didn't have to do the scalper thing, got to pay retail price, and I'm absolutely glad it did. As far as the packaging is going to go in line with the rest of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie packs we've got previously, all the individual ones as well as the 2-packs prior. So if you're an in-the-box collector, this is going to go in line with those, and it's going to match up nicely with you. It is a little odd, I think, that they added this shelf hanger, just because this is such a big 2-pack that, I don't think you'll ever see a store actually utilize that, but that's a little interesting detail. We got, glam shots of the figures on these sides, as well as a little character information on the back. But let's go ahead and get these guys out of the box and take a closer look at them. So let's first look at our man, Casey Jones. Now, this is a little interesting because we have only a mask, and the mask is not removable. That is because the original actor that portrayed Casey Jones in the movie, Mr. Elias Koteas, did not sign away his likeness for use on this figure. However, short update later, after this figure was released and pre-orders went crazy, somebody actually contacted Elias on Twitter and asked him about it, and he said he didn't really understand people wanting to collect, his words, dolls of him. But now that he kind of had it explained to him a little bit better, he said he's more than okay with them using his likeness. So maybe down the line we'll get a reissued version that has a removable head without the mask attached to it, and then we will get one that has Elias's face underneath it. But as for now, all we get is this one. But overall, it does do an excellent job of portraying the character. I mean, you look at it and you're like, oh my god, that looks exactly like Casey Jones from the 1990 movie. Did a really good job with his costume. You can technically remove this vest if you want to. It is not molded on there. However, you would probably end up likely ripping it right here if you tried to, just because it's going to be a little awkward to try to get it on and off. But you could if you had the motivation to do so. As you can see, his mask is molded onto his head there, so you would literally have to kind of carve it off the front of his face if you wanted to remove it. His costume, he's got a nice white shirt. They've painted some dinge and dirt on the front and on the sides and everything to get that weathered look. Maybe hard to pick up on the camera right here. It's even got some chest hair going on there. It's not really painted too well, but it's kind of like carved into the chest area. Same thing on his forearms. You can see where it's got some texture for the forearm hair, but it's not painted individual hairs or anything like that. The elbows are double jointed, literally. They look a little odd, but they function really well. You can pose them really easily with that, and you can also put them in all sorts of super unnatural positions thanks to those double jointed elbows. So, there's pros and cons to both that. Some people hate them, some people like them, but all sorts of great rotation. Like I said, you can go Exorcist style and spin his forearms around completely. Arms, raise out, rotate, do all sorts of great classic poses, and then put it back in there. His shirt does restrict a lot of the ab movement, so we're kind of stuck there. We do get some rotating hip movement, leg swivel, the knees, just because he's got his sweatpants on, which also have a little bit of grime and dirt painted on there. Some light yellow tinges. It's probably going to be hard to pick up in the light. Great details all the way down to the shoes. We even got little painted silver accents there connecting the sweatpants and the socks. Got some nice little intricacies on the shoes. Does have peg holes on the bottom for peg display if you want to put these on a display stand, but overall I found he's actually pretty easy to stand and balance on his own. Again, another spot where you can actually maybe see the detail on the dinge of the paint. So you lift that up there, it's bright white underneath his jacket, but but then you see around the base of the tail of his white shirt, it's got a lot of dinge and dirt painted on there. But overall, I think they did an amazing job with him as a whole, and I'd be excited to see an updated version with the actual actor's head sculpt and see how that looks in the future. So as far as accessories, Casey comes with a whole heck of a lot of accessories. Let me just kind of set him up here real quick. Now that I've got him all wonky with his hips, he may not want to stand. Accessories, he comes with a lot. Like I said, Neca is exceptional about including accessories. You get his cricket bat, nice tape all the way around, even has a raised edge there. Screen accurate. We get a nice golf club. This is probably going to be hard to focus. A driver. This is very thin, so be careful with this because you are likely to maybe break this in half if you play with it a little too much. So keep that in mind. Then we have a hockey stick. Has the tape. Again, textured edges. This one's a little more sturdy. You don't have to really worry about snapping this one too much. Has the Sartor wording on there. Then we have the goalie stick. Has wood grain in the paint there. Nice dirty taped handle, as well as the dirty tape on the stick base itself. Excellent, excellent inclusion. We have two matching bats, again with the black tape on the base and the barrel of the tape. Excuse me, base and the barrel of the bat. Then of course we have his golf bag to include as many of these accessories as possible. It is pliable. You can squeeze it, and it does have a flat bottom, so you can actually stand it up nicely if you want to. And then we get hands. We get all sorts of hands. So we get a pair of hands with quasi open fists, so you can put some weapons inside. Got nice detail on the open fingered gloves, the biker gloves. And we have some more that are slightly different. So that's pair number 2, pair number 3. This one's nice little open C grip, and then we have a action trigger looking finger, as well as the raised thumb. So we get 3 pairs of changeable hands, not including the ones that are on the figure. So all sorts of great accessories for Casey. Then next up we have Raphael in disguise in his sweet topside trench coat. This is the exact same mold as a previous release for Raphael, so all we're really getting is an updated look, but it's a nice, addition for, Raphael as far as in terms of the movie, continuation, and meeting Casey Jones. So he's got his backpack. The backpack is removable, as is the trench coat. You're just going to unwind this clasp here, and you'll be able to open up and slide the trench coat off, of which they did a really good job on this trench coat. It's actually double layered, so we got the white inside liner there. We got some buttons here sewn on the front. Unfortunately, there are no cuts or slats here on the front flap of the trench coat, so you can't actually utilize those buttons, but hey, it's the thought that counts, and they actually look pretty good. Again, backpack, all one piece. This is just made of rubber. You can slide this over his arms real quick. Pockets, they actually put real pockets in there, and they're deep pockets, so pair of scissors, slide those in there, or of course you can slide in his included sai, as I almost lose it. But very impressive that they didn't cheap out and not make those actual pockets and make faux pockets, where it just looks like it is available to open and you can't really ever put anything in there. So props to Neca for going the extra mile there. Again, face sculpt, everything is going to be the same as previous release. So we've got previous release, Raphael here, everything's going to be the same faces. There were some previous iterations or some factory errors where Raphael originally shipped with the closed mouth. This is not the case. This one's maybe a little more open. Again, Neca said that really wasn't intended. That was more of a factory error. So this one right here, you can see a little more of the teeth, like a top row of teeth. This one, not so much. But overall, it is the same figure through and through. As far as accessories, he of course comes with his nice top hat. This is a rubber top hat, has a hole, and you're like, why does it have a hole? Well, that's because the included bandana accessories, of which there are 2, you get 2 of them with this 2-pack with Casey Jones. This is how it actually holds the top hat in place. So you're going to put his bandana accessory in the top there, plug that into the back of his head, and then the hat will stay on. We also get a nice slice of pizza, of course. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle would not be complete without some pizza accessory, so very cool there. We get some different hands. We get 2 open hands here with the thumb extended, and then we've got trigger finger style hands for when he's holding his sai in an action pose. Overall, gotta say both of these figures are absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited to actually have them in my collection. Both of these get a 2 thumbs up from me. Neca Toys once again knocks it out of the park. The only downside is, again, the availability, the ability to actually walk in a store and actually purchase these at a retail price, or even to be able to pre-order them, because you know there's so many scalpers out there with automated bots that buy all these up and throw them on eBay. Guys, do not support those scalpers. Please, please, please. If you have the ability, just be patient. You will be able to find these in a Walmart if you just play the patient game, and I highly suggest you do, because paying $150, even though these are amazing figures, is just crazy talk. So please don't pay those outrageous prices on eBay. I'll put a BrickSync link down in the video description box below so you guys can easily track these when they show up at your local Walmarts. Leave me a comment down below on your thoughts and opinion of these figures and all the Neca Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie figures released thus far and upcoming, because again, we've got Toka and Razor up next, so let me know your guys' thoughts. If you're new to this channel, I highly suggest you subscribe for more great nerdy content just like this, and as always, thanks for watching guys, it really means a lot.